Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. Those of you who watch our channel on a regular basis know that every year we plant my Danny corn, and it usually does very well. This year we planted just a small amount of it, but we usually plant some sweet corn. Now I have an intestinal issue. I can't eat a lot of sweet corn, but we do plant some because I don't want to deprive Wanda or any guest or anything like that we have. And we usually do the Stowell Evergreen because it is an heirloom variety that we can save seed from every year, and it usually does pretty fair for us. But due to the inclement weather that we're having now, whether you want to call it climate change, man-made, grand solar minimum, whatever you want to use in it as a terminology, this year has been pretty drastic for Deep South Homestead with weather. I do think it's going to become the norm for the future. But, you know, y'all saw us where we had the flood come through and take our fences out. We've had numerous other things come through and problems just wiping things out. The freeze this year got rid of all of our mulberries. It knocked off a lot of things off our other fruit trees. We lost all of our persimmon crop, the tame persimmons, different things like that. But the thing that got me the most was my sweet corn this year was doing so good. We had such a pretty little patch. It was up about as tall as I am, or a little taller. It was just tossling good. And just like always, we can't just have a rain shower anymore because it had been dry for like 2 weeks. We had no rain with over 100 to 115 degree temps. We had some weather coming, and they're talking about we had 3 to 4 days of rain, and we were so happy. We was going to get some rain to break this heat. But guys, we can't just have rain anymore. Now guys, this is the results of my sweet corn after the winds come through our place. It's a 100% loss. It never did. This is as close as it got right here to forming an ear. It had just started putting on the little tiny silks and tossling at the top when the wind hit and took it all out. Most of it never even got to that stage. It had just started tossling good and just getting ready to begin to tossle and drop the pollen down into the silks, and it took it all out. So a lot of y'all wonder why we go to the U-Picket place. Even though it's Deep South Homestead and we grow a lot of our own food here, there are times when these things happen. And when this happens, we will go to the U-Picket place and pick up some sweet corn to supplement what we lost at our place here. So there are tragedies on the homestead. It did not hurt any of the other crops that we had. Now at Wanda's garden over at the candy corn cabin, it blowed all of her candy corn down and just knocked it all on the ground. It was tossling just like this, completely destroyed the whole thing. Luckily, the tomatoes were tied. The peppers were tied at the bottom, but were not tied at the top. It blew most of them over in the pots. But I was able to get up early this morning and go stand them back up and retie them. And really didn't break them off. The soil got soft enough that it just leaned them in the soil, and I was able to stand them back up while the soil was still wet enough and got them tied. We didn't really get any footage of that because Wanda was having to do some canning. I wanted to get over there before the sun hit it and get it up before we maybe lost the plants. So we don't have any footage of that, but they did blow the peppers down, and it looks like they're going to come through all right. We had some limbs broke off everywhere and some tree damage, but other than that, the straight line winds, the corn was our biggest loss here. So we'll be going back to the U-Picket place, and we'll probably be getting some more corn to put in the freezer because we don't want to go the whole year without having some sweet corn to eat for the year. So thank you guys once again for watching us here at Deep South Homestead.